Hi, very happy to meet you all. Hearty congratulations, you have been promoted to second year. Today we'll go for English second year question paper pattern. All first year you were very thorough with the question paper pattern and you had a very specific grammar. In second year, a little changes can be found. Functional grammar can be found. Let us go for the model question paper discussion of second year. The examination duration is 3 hours. This question paper is meant for 100 marks. 3 hours, 100 marks. This paper can be divided into 3 parts. Section A, Section B, Section C. Section A carries annotations, questions, and non-detailed text, either essay or character or brief summary. Roman 1. Annotate any two of the following. They give you 4 annotations from prose. You have to write 2 annotation. Each question carries 4 marks. 2 4s are 8 marks. Again, annotate any two of the following. This is from poetry. Each question carries 4 marks. 2 4s are 8 marks. Answer the following questions from prose. 4 questions, you have to write only 2 questions. 2 4s are 8 marks. Similarly, 4 questions will be given and 2 questions are to be answered. 2 4s are 8 marks. That is from poetry. Question 1, question 2 annotations. Roman 3, Roman 4 are questions from prose and poetry. Question number 5. Question number 5, you may be asked characters. You may be asked a brief summary of it. They give you 3 questions. You have to write only 1. In first year, you would have been come across short stories. In second year, you are prescribed a novel, an abridged novel. In the abridged novel, they give you characters or brief summary or brief essay and so on. That one carries 8 marks. So this is the question paper pattern of section A. Section B is nothing but a comprehensions paragraph. Comprehensions phase. In the comprehension phase, first question number 6, an unknown paragraph is given and under that 5 questions are given. And second, you will be given a paragraph from non-detailed text which is prescribed for you. That non-detailed text is nothing but a Adventures of Tom Sawyer. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Question number 8. Question number 8 also paragraph, an advertisement like under that 5 questions. And question number 9 also, they may give you either pie chart, bar diagram, flow chart or a T diagram. Under that 5 questions used to be given. So this is a comprehension phase. In the comprehension phase, you read that, you answer that. 20 marks are there in your hand. Similarly, section C. Section C, letter. 2 letters will be given. One is a personal letter, the other one is an official letter. They give hints and basing on the hints, you have to develop a letter. Question number 11. Question number 11 is nothing but a process writing. How to do a particular thing. There is a process, step by step, how we do it. They give hints. Basing on the hints, we have to write process of it. Question number 12. Question number 12 is nothing but a curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae is nothing but a biodata. Biodata is nothing but a resume. In the resume, what do? We write about all the educational details and extracurricular details, work experience, addresses, contact numbers, and so on. So that is nothing but a curriculum vitae meant for 5 marks. Next, question number 13. They give a one filling up the form. Filling up the form may be a bank form, postal form, or some other form, either withdrawing money or depositing money, or some to give some information, filling up the application. The question itself is a filling up of the application. They mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By reading the given information, then we write what comes in first, what comes second, what comes third, and we write it. So this question is meant for 5 marks. Next, question number 14. Question number 14 is nothing but a dialogue. Question number 14 is nothing but a dialogue. These dialogue should be 10 versions. 10 A to B should be 10. If you complete 10, it is meant for 5 marks. They give you question, maybe a dialogue between a farmer and a son, or dialogue between principal and a student, or dialogue between a customer and a shopkeeper, all these things. Then question number 15. Question number 15 is a note making. Perhaps you would not have been come across any other previous classes note making. They give you 2 or 3 paragraphs. You have to make it one paragraph, taking very important points, very summing up points, or very necessary points, and write it in a simplified way is called as a note making. This note making is very, very essential for you in your higher education, because you read number of books, volumes and volumes of books. That information you make it in a small T diagram or a pie chart or a bar diagram, or else small synapses. That type of question is called as a note making. So this question is there for 5 marks. They give you a paragraph, very important points, necessary points which you feel unnecessary are to be omitted and necessary only to be written. This is about the note making question. Question number 15 carries 5 marks. And then question number 16. Question number 16, match the following. In the textbooks you are given synonyms. In the textbook you are given a prescribed synonyms, one word synonyms, or textual synonyms. If you are thorough with all the synonyms, then you can answer this question. This is meant for 5 marks. It appears like a match the following. Match the following means in a jumbled way in B the words are given, then you have to match it. This question is for 5 marks. And then question number 17, this is the last question. This question is nothing but a stress marks. You know very well, English is a time stressed language. When English is a time stressed language, where to stress? This is very important. So this question is there for 5 marks. They give you 10, you have to write only 5. You have a 5 options are there. Even then you have to write all 10. By mistake 1 or 2 goes wrong, then it can be least bothered, so that you have to answer all the 10 words. For this you would have been come across in the first year base monosyllabic, disyllabic and trisyllabic. Monosyllabic means a word which has only one vowel sound is called as a monosyllabic. The word which has 2 vowel sounds are called as a disyllabic. The word which has a 3 vowel sounds are called as a trisyllabic. If more than that, if you find in a word, it is called as a polysyllabic. Here we are going to make a stress mark. So this is about the question paper pattern. In the next class, we will go for a textual material for discussion. So once again I tell you, this is meant for 100 marks. the duration of your examination will be 3 hours, so that if you are very particular, scoring of 97 marks first year is absolutely, it can be, whereas in second year most of your things you have to write theory, so that you should be cautious whenever you write your sentences. Then you should be careful, and grammatically those sentences should be correct. One more thing I would like to tell you: don't set aside all fundamental grammar which you had learned in first year. The basic learning of grammar should be started from parts of speech 8, and among parts of speech 8, verb, what is meant by a verb, conjugation of verb should be not less than 500 words. You practice it before going to come to college. And then transformation of sentences, how to transform sentences from active to passive, direct to indirect, simple to compound, compound to complex, complex to simple, and then positive to comparative, comparative to superlative, superlative to comparative, comparative to positive. So those transformation of sentences are very, very essential, so that only you can write sentences of your own. So groups, it may be possible 1 or 2 mistakes goes in the grammar, it can be negligible. In case of language, you should be very, very particular about grammar to be maintained in your presentation. Hope that you will go through the question paper today, and in the next session we will straight away go for the textual lesson.